Bomb Cyclone. Bomb.
Yeah, and they're all off beat, right?
Bomb. Yeah.
Like everybody got their own rhythm. It's gonna turn into an NERD song in a minute. Like, oh yeah.
Oh man, that's why you. That was a shade towards NERD.
That wasn't a shade at all. They make amazing music, but all of the melodies, they end up gelling together, but none of them start off together.
Really?
Yeah, like if you go listen to a song. Everything like it's two like couple instruments together, and then something abstract in the back, and there's something in the front, and then a song is even more off than that, and it blends perfectly together.
Okay, I have to check it out. You know, I feel like that's how Earl Sweatshirt makes all of his music now. Where it sounds off beat, but it's on beat. Like it's wild. How his stuff comes out.
I can't say anything about him.
What up, y'all? This is 3 Beats Later, your favorite beat making podcast.
What's good? What's good?
Hello, planet Earth. Hello, human beings. How are y'all doing? We out here. First, we want to check in for everybody who has been affected by this storm, but this weather, especially the people in Buffalo. You know, everyone. There's been a lot of deaths, a lot of loss. You know, the weather is crazy. So hopefully you guys made it through this holiday, and your family and everyone, your loved ones are okay. So shouts and prayers to all those people affected by the storm.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm still in Buffalo right now. It's like it's still travel ban situation in the city of Buffalo, as far as I know, unless anyone heard differently. Travel ban. And it seems like it might be like they're making progress out there, but I bet you we don't see it lifted until tomorrow.
Wow,
that's crazy. Yeah. What's the temperature like right now for y'all? Wait, so are all of y'all in Buffalo? Am I the only?
No, I'm in Jersey. I'm supposed to be in Cali, but my flight got canceled.
Right.
So I'm grounded in Jersey. And yeah, you Cheeky and E are in Buffalo. And you're in LA.
Yeah, I came in early last weekend for like family situation. So I was in early and I missed that storm that was coming around the corner, and then this just crept up and it was wild, man. It was like 48 hours of crazy ass wind, whiteout. We went to the corner of the street over here. We couldn't even see like you couldn't even see like 15 feet in front of you. It was wild. It just was like just crazy shit. It just did not let up. It just kept going and 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 going.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Sounds like this storm is definitely trying to break the records. You know, I'm sure it already has for this time period.
Yeah, in the last, I don't know, 10 years maybe, for sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't know a worse storm, but haven't been living here for a while, but when I've been in town, yeah, it's pretty wild.
That's crazy. Always, you know, Buffalo is built to handle this type of weather. So if it's bad for Buffalo, then it's really bad. You know, and everyone I know from back home was just telling me how bad this one was.
Man,
you know, my man said he had to drive with his head out the window like Ace Ventura because he couldn't see through his windshield. So yeah, anyway, just wanted to first and foremost say shouts and prayers to everyone affected by the storm.
I just
and now that E's on here, I just wanted to shout out the Buffalo Football Bills.
Yes,
he said the Buffalo Football Bills.
See, that's how. You see how you said that, right? You see that's how you said it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you ready for my jab now?
Yeah. Why you look like
that's how they used to say it back in the 60s when they first was hopeful for a Super Bowl. So he's just quoting the original hope for Super Bowl from the 1960s.
But that's the thing. He knows his history. You know,
hope alive.
He knows his history.
He got the brown hoodie.
You gotta
like
know thy enemies.
I know, right?
You gotta study.
Go Bills. Go Bills. That's all you have to say right there.
Yeah,
Let's get 2 more games. Let's get 2 W's.
Oh man, Bengals on Monday night. That's gonna be yikes.
Oh, the Education Beats sweater came out.
Nice.
Say something so we can see it, or I'm sure they can see it.
They can see it. I think.
Nice.
Yeah. Listen, man. It took me 3 hours to get back from an 8-hour drive. Like Buffalo, no joke right now.
You mean 8-minute drive? He said 8.
Y'all speeding.
That's how fast the wind was blowing.
Yeah. It was 70 miles per hour. So my 40 plus 70. You know what I'm saying? Cut it in half.
I took it for what he said because you know what he said before he started the show. I was like, wow, it's like that. That's why I thought, because he was like, you know.
Oh yeah, that's that too. But listen, so here's the thing. It took me 3 hours to take an 8-minute drive. Anybody from Buffalo, they know Walden, like the area where Target and stuff is. So that's 8 minutes from my house. I left home at 11:20, got on Walden at 11:40, realized everything was closed, didn't get back home till 3:30.
Was it for the snow or traffic?
No, listen, the snow wasn't even bad. It was the wind was so high you couldn't see in front of you. You literally could only see the tail lights of the person in front of you, and you had to be like 5 feet within range of that person. It was like it was literally 4 foot visibility in front of you. So everybody's driving, people are veering off. You had to like gauge the poles on the side of the street to make sure you weren't too far over. Like it was literally a prayer I got home, because I'm like, yo,
wow,
I'm not gonna get stuck in this, man. And this was day one. Before people was getting stuck in the cars, this is when everybody was still out. I drove past like 25 people on the way home. I normally would stop, but the way they've been jacking cars at gas stations and stuff, I'm not hopping out with my kids in the car. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, then what? You know what I'm saying? Cars. Yo, people been jacking cars at the gas stations all over the country. Like, if you get out to pump your gas, you leave your car on.
All right.
They've been hopping in them joints super quick. So, I mean, you can't see that. You only have a 4-foot visibility. You have no idea what's around you. No, somebody car could have stalled out, ain't got no gas, they hop in your drink. Now you know what I'm saying? Now you stuck. So people been dying out here, man. Just crazy. So
it was like the shit was going on, and like yes, like the snow, like I've seen worse snowfall, you know what I mean? But the wind factor was just wild. It was like it didn't stop. It's like you go take a nap, wake up, the shit, it's like, oh shit, it's still going. Next day you wake up, the shit is still going.
And you got the same intensity. You gotta lose power.
Some areas did. I didn't, thankfully, but
yeah, thankfully I didn't also.
It's like you ever see the matter of fact, I gotta show it. We might get banned for this, but I gotta show what it looked like in Buffalo right now for those who are not in Buffalo or those who watch this video later.
Oh, that's a good idea. I was gonna say, I don't know what you're pulling up, but we should look at live street cams. Because I could,
He's hacking the system right now.
No, don't say that.
He's in WIVB headquarters.
Yeah. This is what Buffalo looked like. I had to mute the music. All weekend I've been thinking this, like, yo, this is really what it looked like in Buffalo right now.
So this storm just came through canceling Christmas, basically.
Literally canceling Christmas like Tommy. All right, here you go. This is what it looked like in Buffalo.
Oh wow,
that's what Buffalo looked like all over. It's like so much uneven snow everywhere. It's like the sides of buildings. The sides of buildings are like brushed up against, but then it's like the sidewalk is clear in certain parts. It's like the craziest, and then it's like 3 feet of snow in the middle of the road. Everywhere, like the whole town just looked like it just snow got dropped on it, and then
the references. This reference, why?
Because that's what I listen. Because when I look out my window, all I see is this, like how unevenly
you really had us sitting here waiting. I'm thinking he's gonna
Cheeky, tell me that's not how the Buffalo look right now.
That's the crazy thing is like the drifts.
I'm not making this up.
The drifts. Like I went to sleep Friday night. We're like, oh, we're good. This is like 2 feet of snow,
right?
And
then it blows up against the house at the window.
The shit was like halfway up the door.
Yes,
and like certain areas it's like 5 feet. Other areas it's like whatever to your shins or knee. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's change topics real quick.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, show the swag.
Y'all can't go that fast. Y'all
can't go that
fast. Oh, here we go.
I had to jump in there. I had to remix it. This is in front of
where are we at?
Pizza place.
Okay. Let me see where that is.
Elmwood Ave, north from Mr. Pizza.
Okay. There we go. Near Bird Street.
That's on Elmwood near where Panos was. If you're from Buffalo, Panos is right across from that store right there.
Go to. I don't even know. Like, yeah, I dare you to go to Peace Bridge. It's just gonna be. I bet they were showing videos of the river smashing into everything.
Historical.
I don't know.
It's a live
I don't
shot.
know what that is. Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. Let me see. Yeah,
no, this is earlier.
That's not now, is it?
I don't think so. It's at a historical.
That can't be
video.
now.
That one was an old one. That's now.
Ooh, there we go. It is plowed in certain areas.
It just looks cold. It looked brick right there, bro.
Was that Kenmore?
Yeah.
I don't know where it said. But we're not plowed. Are your side streets plowed? There's nothing plowed around me.
Absolutely not.
We're not getting out. I'm trying to get back to Maryland, and it is. I don't know when I'm coming back. Basically,
7 whole days. It's over.
So
yo, YP looks so gangster right now though. He look like he just dropped a song with Mace and Rick Ross on DJ Khaled next album.
Oh wow. Okay. Hey. This can be a fun random show. Y'all want to see the top 25 worst albums of the year in 2022? Or should we say that for later? Hold on. Y'all already know what the number one slide is. So let's take
everybody at one time. Everybody who
let's take bets on who's the number 2, 3.
I probably haven't listened to like half of these albums.
Everybody on a count of 3, we're gonna have to say the name of the album one time. You're ready?
But we cheated. Y'all already know.
I know. We still gotta say it for those
Let's
who
do
don't
it.
know.
Wait. Actually, P, do you have any announcements at all? When was we already talked about the panel, right?
Yo, show that picture of P real quick if you got it, man.
Yeah, man. He was holding it down.
No, show that picture of P real quick if you got it, man.
I think I can find it. Hang on, I'm gonna go
show that
get
picture.
it right
We about
now.
to put you on like Fashion Blast right now, dude. That was like,
yeah. Who helped you with that outfit, P? Was it just you, or did you have some help?
work? That A3's work. You got matching outfits. We can't hear
you.
Hit
him with the French
muted.
Montana.
Yo, Jive.
All right, it is Fashion Week over here, 3BL.
Yo, show them. Roll that beautiful bean footage, man.
Here we go. You ready?
Show
I got it.
Show them how 3BL do when we step out. You know what I'm saying? We don't go to the events.
P
we
is
become
muted.
the event.
That's all good. We don't need to hear him.
He said, "Who helped me?"
Yeah, no, really. Who helped you?
Come on, looking like
me.
Yo,
shout out. Okay, shout out Conway, because that is a Griselda tee actually.
I was gonna say
it's a collaboration.
I was gonna say, talk to me nice, bro. Talk to me nice. How much for the fit? How much for the shirt?
That tee was mad expensive too. Like I was mad at how much I had to pay for a t-shirt for that one, but it's like he almost looks like a Basquiat face of Conway.
Right.
Still.
Wait, hold on, time out. I gotta address something you just said. You were mad at how much you had to spend on it. Why'd you buy it?
Because I liked it, and
because he knew he was gonna have a day like today where he was gonna have to stun on him.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
The necklace is from I actually bought in Ghana. So it's actually from the motherland.
Can't get that shit here. Cannot get that here.
The cardigan is actually from this dope Korean spot that I found. And they only this spot does one size only. All their clothes, they don't have, so you either oversized or undersized, like just based on your own body shape.
You gotta deal with it, right?
Yeah, it's like one of those types of spots.
Yeah.
I got the ring is a Stormtrooper joint that I found. The watch is a nice G-Shock that I bought that in Italy.
You know, the G-Shock revolution is still going strong, you know.
Yes.
What about the glasses over here? Those
are the ones I wear on the stream every week.
Yeah. What about the necklace? The necklace, though. I mean, not the bracelet. The bracelet.
The bracelet. That's also beads. I bought. One of those is from South Africa, and the other one is from Ghana. I try to cop beads. The boots are actually officially military issue combat joints that I get from the USA depot, where they get all the army shit. So those are the real fucking like military boots. I love them joints because they're so durable and you can keep them for like a lifetime.
the denim. What's the denim situation we got?
I forgot where I bought these jeans from. Honestly, I don't remember where I bought them.
Are these
somewhere in Soho, probably?
Listen, time out. Pause. P.
Now.
No, wait. Q. Hold on. P. Write that down. We're gonna make a song. It's gonna be a hit. It's gonna be called "Somewhere in Soho." Write it down right now. I swear to goodness.
Somewhere in Soho.
Somewhere in Soho.
Now the thing is, P is killing him like this. Where are you at this particular moment? That just adds.
This is the Louis Vuitton space. So the store in Midtown, the Louis Vuitton store, they have a in the basement they have like an art installation, and it's a like a podcast / like talk space on top of like an art installation. So they have these paintings on the wall and stuff like that. And I just took a photo in front of this joint.
Yo, we just witnessed someone live posting. We just got to watch the internet update.
Wait, let's wait. There it is.
And at any moment.
3 seconds ago. Come on now.
Let's see if you guys notifications up. You hit it
faster than the speed of light, bro.
Y'all are silly.
Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you like this, dude. This outfit, bro. When I saw the picture, I said, "Yo, this a whole new P right here." Like, not even being funny. This looks like 2.0. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how someone goes through their crucible stage or their the chrysalis stage, well, both actually, and then they come out and they're like you recognize them, but you see a whole different version of them right now. Like, that's what's been showing up every week for the last 4 months, 3 months.
Yo, I appreciate it, man. Like everything I do is just, dude, I'm motivated by y'all, bro. Like real talk. Like, I feel like I'm only as great as my peers. I'm only elevated by the people around me who are also doing amazing things. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna just keep going with this, man. And also, like, I really feel like I'm just at the beginning of phase beta, like first I just had to create this content and finish it. Now it's time to really start getting it out there. So thank you for all your help, because y'all really helped me a lot along this. Y'all really, like I said, motivate me, make me better, man. So
well, just take that money that you would spend on a fashion designer and reinvest it, because you don't need a fashion designer.
Right.
No stylist.
And first of all, I just
y'all giving me way too much props. You're making me blush.
We see that. Yo, listen, check this out. Like, I got one more for you though. Here's the thing, right? Why, when y'all watch this back, if y'all watch this back, or after we get done, go watch this back. Why did P just give one of the most amazingly inclusive Grammy award-winning speeches of all time? He walked up and he said, "Listen, man, I'm gonna just tell y'all, like, yo, y'all motivate me, man. Like he just went from the jump. It was just Grammy. Like, he's practicing winning awards next year. Like, you practice that in the mirror every day, don't you? That's his speech to everybody. I don't even feel special no more. He practices that.
What about before we go to the top albums of the year impromptu list that we're gonna do in a second?
I also want to shout out my top albums of the year though.
What's up with I don't know, maybe because we're connected with you or whatever. Now I got all this like comic book news in my Twitter feed and all this shit. What's going on in the comic book space, man? I saw all this news about indie comic book companies not paying their artists and stuff like that.
It's a good thing to bring up, because I literally, right before I hopped on this pod, I was on a Twitter space and we were talking just about that exactly.
Really?
It seems like there's been a handful of pretty reputable comic book companies that
names if they're out there. Yeah, I'm just now getting the news, and I hope it's none of my favorites.
Damn, yo, because I don't want
those links, so I'll find them.
Okay,
I don't want to put every one of them on blast, because every single one has a different. It seems like they're going through a different issue, so I don't want to just group it all into one thing. But the general problem is that they seem to be running out of money, and that is causing a lot of issues. One of them being that they're not paying their creatives. It's so funny, because two of these companies I was in negotiations with before to work with, and That's another reason why I don't want to shout him out
yo,
right
I
now.
swear, I was just about to say that when you stopped talking. I was going to say, yo, P just gave the most politically correct answer to save his relationships and potential deals in the future. I just heard all that when you was talking.
And I'm just like, it bugs me out because I remember when I was talking to them, my gut didn't feel right. I was just like, something doesn't feel right. I don't want to do it. And I didn't really have a tangible reason. It was really just an instinct thing. And being that they're having these types of issues, it seems like it's a little bit concerning. But the guys I just talked to just now in the Twitter space, they were like, no, this is good news. Basically, the climate is changing and independent creators are really taking control of the industry. And they're kind of fleeing the major companies like en masse, mainly because they're just not making the type of money that they can make independently. It's kind of like in the music industry, one of the things that used to bother me is if you sign a record deal to a record label, right? That record company is supposed to promote you, right? Shouldn't that be the relationship between artists and label? But it never was that. It always was, signed to us, but you still got to promote yourself. You still got to work really, really damn hard and still create your own opportunities to get yourself out there. And we're still going to profit from you. And that always rubbed me the wrong way. And some of these particular companies, it was kind of a similar situation. It was like, hey, you're still going to have to promote and push and do all this and do everything, but we're now going to get a major portion of the profit. And I was like, if I have to do all the promotion and everything, then why do I need to partner with you in the first place? Like, I just don't understand it.
So you're saying some of the indie distributors are kind of acting like
record labels, yes,
and labels would?
Yes, because a lot of them are not comic book people. A lot of them are. There's one particular company that I was working with that is one of the top companies. They, how can I say this? Let's just say that they were recently purchased by a multimedia company from overseas, and that company brought an attitude that is not comic books at all. All of a sudden, they were, oh man, I can't. There's so much I can't say. All of a sudden, they were suddenly working in trying all these ideas that just were not good for comics. But it was definitely something that someone who was looking at the internet and seeing how the internet was trending and saying, let's start doing this. It's almost like this is not what they did, but this is an example of something that is parallel. It's like if they wanted to say, let's start making TikTok comics, right? TikTok.
No, I get you.
You know what I mean? All right. Okay, cool. So now they just announced that they're basically going to be in their last year of publishing. And one of the problems that we're noticing is that these publishers, just like a lot of the record labels, they don't understand the audience. They don't know how to bring in new fans into this medium. They aren't promoting these books properly. A lot of the growth, especially amongst Black creators, is just simply because these companies are owned by white men, and nothing against white men. I'm not trying to make that type of political statement. I'm just saying they don't understand our audience and what appears to us. So the growth that we are bringing we're bringing all new fans into it. You know, I always said it was called the Black Panther effect, where after Black Panther, all these people were interested in science fiction and fantasy and Afrofuturism. And you see TV shows like Lovecraft Country and all these different things starting to turn towards these types of genres to basically tell Black stories. Is it right for a white publisher to kind of control that destiny, who doesn't even understand these stories and understand the audience? So a lot of these Black publishers are just doing it themselves, and they're having rampant success. So I don't know if it's a red flag about the industry imploding, or if it's more about the industry shifting more towards the independent publishers.
I have a question about that, because I just when you were talking, my brain thought of a situation that's happening like a lot right now that we're kind of like not really fully seeing the whole like agenda of. But like AI art design and animation,
like I feel like hot take,
like
bro.
An interesting perspective to like.
I gotta get on that one. I gotta get.
No, like think about it. If you were an animation company or a comic book company and you just needed words and designs, and you went and you did it all AI and put out public comic books, you
some people say
90% of the need for other people.
Some people say the script Marvel process damn well is that like it's just copy paste.
So it's a huge thing that we all have to think about as creators, not just in AI art, but think about AI music, right? What if we get to a point where you can just type in, I don't know, hit trap record Christmas rap song, and
Right.
you have lyrics, beat, music, everything just shot out, and it sounds perfectly human. What if you know?
I have that program. I have that program. I'm just, you know me, I have to test everything out. I've got a very, very decent song written that I want to give to an artist right now. It might cheeky.
Wait, it was generated. It was AI generated.
The lyrics completely AI generated.
Wow.
Based on subject matter.
So here's the thing. If I always thought that creativity was going to be something that they couldn't replicate with artificial intelligence. But if we're this close to art, music being created by machines, what's going to happen? Now, in my opinion,
it's going to get ugly.
It's going to be ugly for a bit. But I think, at least, and hopefully, this is what I'm thinking. I think there's going to be a plateau where it'll get really good at mimicking human stuff, but it'll still be noticeable enough. Or I think there's going to come a point where you're going to have to preface whatever you do with AI with created by AI, like made in China kind of thing. Like you're not going to be able to release something, an AI comic book, without saying created with AI art in the lining.
But however, I don't think that that's the case. What if you created your own software made by a person, included voices made by a person, input real scenarios made by a person? Is it really all made with AI at that point? Like, do they have to disclose that at that point? If you
no, they're saying it is. They're saying it is. They're saying the programming learns and evolves. That's what they're saying.
But do we have to say, like, if you were to create, I don't know, write your words down on paper and then transpose them to a typewriter and put it on a computer and then print out on a piece of paper, you're supposed to say created with a computer? Like, you know what I'm saying?
But what you're describing isn't really the AI stuff.
But it's human. It's human evolution of creation, though. So it's something that naturally happens. Everything gets better and more efficient. So I'm not advocating for it. I'm just saying, why don't we have to do that with everything? Why don't we write GMO on our foods instead of non-GMO? We should have to say it's GMO versus non-GMO, right? We should have to specify.
I understand where you're getting at.
So I'm saying basically the big money makers have never had to disclose that to us.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I think this is new, and this is why we're evaluating it this way, because we've never had this type of technological advancement. It's making us really, think about, like, wait a minute, what is art? Like, if we can just create it, synthetically, what is really the definition of art? And how good is the AI going to get? Could the AI potentially make it better than us? Can it potentially write a song better than the Beatles? Or
that's what we're doing, because we're feeding it ideas. That's the thing. All this AI, and it's ramping up AI on social media. Go put your picture on, download the 10 images of yourself, and now you got 1 billion people in what is it called? The app called? The app they use in Lensa, in Lensa. And you got 1 billion new people in Lensa in 3 weeks. That's I think it comes down training themselves.
I think it does come down more to that. I think all of this thing, these are triggers, bro. Like, we all have to adjust to change. It's difficult for most people to adapt to change. When we start seeing, come on, like the Industrial Revolution to now is like, it's a crazy lightning sped downhill race that, has been theoretically thought about damn near since, I don't know, maybe the beginning of time, bro. Like these are some crazy heavy, like theoretical things that we're ultimately dealing with. The AI question that I think what it boils down with AI, we're here, right? We know we have this thing. We know we have to deal with this existence. And are we going to be a part of building this tool, using this tool, and developing it to our own end and help it benefit, our personal agendas, whether it be personal, culturally, whatever? Or are we just going to let that all rest in somebody else's hands that we have no idea what it's about? I'm always that guy that's on, regardless of good or bad, yay or nay with the tech, we got to be on. And we can decide later what the damaging, what it is.
I agree 100%.
That's because you're from the future, Q.
That's right.
Peep it. Check this out though. This is what I was just thinking when you was talking. Like everything, like you said, Industrial Revolution. Think about when people used to have to deliver mail by horse.
Think about MIDI. I'm old enough to be one of the first to come out of a class that, like I was the end of the first 10 years of MIDI. That's crazy, bro. You know how many old school heads just like, what are you doing? Like, get off my lawn. Like we were
Y'all about to put us
week.
Out of business, all this stuff. Like,
and they were right. Look where we are now. But where we are now is what is like their fever dreams back in the day, like their nightmare from back in the day. There's going to be some robot in a box making the songs.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it might be dope if making AI art, it becomes a new kind of art in and of itself. You know, and it's kind of like how sampling, you know, was something that a lot of people felt was just copying, but it's we all now know it's its own art form, right? So like,
who's gonna be the best AI developing rapper? You know what I'm saying? Like, who's gonna make the best AI rap?
Here's an example. From what I've seen, there seems to be a problem with certain AI programs in the way that they design and model women. They're buxom, like, you know, anime style. Every time you go to an animated, I'll tell you right now, some programs, if you type in African American man in any pose, he's gonna be shirtless, like a jungle scene, like every time. So this is a thing that some people are kind of like, okay, if this is already happening, there's already programming going on to shape what is this new artificial intelligence, should we not be staking our claim and say who we are? If that's the model you're going to build off of that, or do we let somebody else do that?
And see, that's where we need more Black people in coding. We need more African Americans in coding, because all of that comes from the coding. Everything is written into the coding of the program. So if you have people who have a bias developing the programming that's telling the AI what to think and feel, not to feel, but what to think and create, then the images are only going to come from a biased perspective. So now when you type in Black woman, they're instantly going to have certain features because that's what this person's stereotype of a Black woman is. Or if you type in, you know, a person from a certain country and they have a biased perspective of people from that country, they're going to look a certain way. So the thing is, we don't have enough. It's not about our say so. It's about our actual literal input, because we have to be the ones actually inputting the information to balance out the bias. So we need more Black people in coding. We need more Black people in development, and we need more Black people in those companies to negate what's being put in.
Right. That's where I always kind of fall with these kind of conversations. It's like, yes, it's evil. It's terrible. Give me the instruction manual. I'll show y'all everything.
One thing I just wanted to say, kind of piggybacking on what P said, is I think if I were looking to forecast in the future, it would have to be that analogy about made in China is like perfect, right? Because where our creatives gonna live, they're gonna be able to potentially maybe make a living in the space that's like, you know, akin to like made in the USA will be like, you know, the thing that is actually made by humans with like no AI involved in any way. You know, there would be a market for that, right? If you could prove that, hey, this was all creative energy that was not supported by any type of, you know, AI in any way, that will have value, I think. The same way like a handcrafted desk would, you know what I mean? Something that's not like IKEA or something like that. You know what I mean?
Y'all remember hearing about that program? I'm sorry, I'm off camera because, you know, y'all know why. When I'm off camera, y'all know what it is. I'm not trying to lose our non-existing sponsorship, but y'all remember hearing about that AI program that some dude in Google had going, and just the random conversations that they would have, and like that was, he's feeling like he's at the point where,
oh, the chatter thing, the robot.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Like it's reached what do you call it? Awareness, self-awareness.
Yeah. It started like responding like, yes, I know what you know, it means to be whatever
or something,
alive or whatever.
I have a soul now.
Yeah.
I mean, listen,
turn the game on.
My father,
the Monday Night Football game on. I'm sorry.
Damn it, the Bills lost again.
JETS.
Robot. P, you should have bet against them. I told you.
I mean, I don't know. Some people say he was just doing that. He was capping because of his job or whatever. But I don't know.
Nikola Tesla talked to a pigeon. I think that humans talking to computers is not a tough sell. Like, I mean, come on, man. You talk to an animal, at least this one can say words in your language.
That's true. That's very true.
Uh-huh.
And you can program it to
true.
Always say you're right. Come on, get the fuck out of here. Of course, you're self-aware. You're as self-aware as your owner.
I just don't think that all this. I just don't think it's all going to be bad. I think that we'll find a way to make it work. I mean, at this point, there's at least enough time to get in front of it. I don't think, there are some AI comic books that have come out, and a lot of comic book artists are freaking out. But then I know other artists with
the storyline.
Yeah, with there's one about it's actually about slavery. Like a black writer did it, and he says he did it because he couldn't afford an artist. And it actually looks kind of cool. Actually, it doesn't look that bad. But most of the AI created art stuff that I see looks kind of weird. It's not really there yet. It's only a matter of time before they get it.
Like 80%.
Yeah.
It comes down to who's the puppet master in this situation. Like, it ultimately goes up to one top level. Like, who's monitoring AI creation? Who's the AI commission? You know what I'm saying? Like, ultimately, there's one string on every puppet. You know what I'm saying? And so,
who's Geppetto?
Yeah, who's Geppetto? And then who does this benefit the most, having AI? And that's the question ultimately you got to ask, especially in a space like art. We got to really think about a lot of conversations that's been had socially and politically. I can't talk about them here, but if you think about them, who benefits the most from cutting out the creator of art and still making money off art, though? That's the question. Like, who benefits the most? And those conversations have been being had on social media and all over the place by certain people who,
yeah, but everyone has access to being Geppetto. You know what I mean? That's like the other thing.
No, that's the thing. They don't. They have access to give it to creating what's within the confines of what was already allowed by Geppetto. That's the point. Like, if you go in AI and make something right now, someone has limited what that could be. What's this?
Uh-oh. I'm scared.
What's this?
Uh-oh.
Keep talking. I'm just showing y'all this comic, this AI comic. It's called The Abolition of Man.
See, can we just look at, whoa. Interesting. So he was like, hey, this is all computer generated.
It's crazy.
Images.
I have a lot of questions for you. I know I always say that, and then we never actually talk. The one thing that you said, this guy said he couldn't afford an artist and all of that. I feel that. I feel like I have like 3 or 4 books in me right now. Like, all I need is like a couple of hours of editing and this and that, dealing with the team, and I would have this shit ready to go. But we know this is ridiculous pricing.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that leads me to the question, P, my brother, can we have a talk about budgeting for some of your projects, like how you approach that? I mean, we saw you with your Kickstarters and all of that, but
I mean, absolutely. I mean, I think that for anything, and this includes music. If you want to make an album or a comic book or whatever, starting with the budget is a great place to start. I think that any financial goal is attainable. It's all about the sweat equity.
Right.
Time is the only resource that's limited.
Right.
Money is not a limited resource.
And as I've been finding in my older age, sometimes you'd be surprised if you go to the right channels and ask. There's a lot of funding opportunities. We live in a land of abundance. We just
absolutely. I mean, whether you're talking about just saving money on your own. I mean, most of the stuff that I did, I just used my own money. I just budgeted, and then I just allocated a certain amount of every month. I put a little bit away, and then I just use that as my own budget. Then, there's ways you can work with banks and loans and things like that, which I don't recommend unless you really know what you're doing. There's crowdfunding. Kickstarter is just one of the many ways you can do crowdfunding. There's also just seeking out investors, just like you said, and there's a million ways you can do that. So all those things anyone can learn how to do and figure out how they want to do it and how to approach it. but I would say that being as modest as possible. If I was talking about a comic book, or let's talk about a music project too, I wouldn't start off with like a 27 track album, right? I would try to start off with like a 3 or 4 song EP, right? So if I was doing a comic book, I wouldn't try to do a 150 page graphic novel. I want to do like an 8 to 20 page comic book. Let me just start there. How much does that cost? See if that is something that you can do on your own financially. If it's something that you can't do on your own financially, then you have to think about what other format is most serves you. If you're the type of person that has a large network, you know, a lot of people, maybe you have a decent amount of traction on social media, maybe crowdfunding is a way for you to go because you have people that you can reach out to. If that's not the type of person you are, then maybe you're more of a finance guy, more of a, type of person who can work with investors or investing yourself. Maybe you say, hey, listen, I can put away $300 a month for, X amount of time, and that'll give me enough money to do a 20-page comic book, to pay an artist and a letterer once you figure out your budget. So really it's all about what your goals are and what you're willing to do to make everything happen. But I always say
I would add researching to that, and finding your team.
Absolutely.
Because pricing ranges is all over the board, like that's what I'm telling you. Comic-Con was very encouraging because I felt like if I would have spent a little less money on toys and maybe dropped a deposit on the table, I would have had an artist.
Well, in regards to comics, I can obviously help you save a lot of money because I know I've made a lot of mistakes already that I've now learned from, and you could benefit from those, what I've learned, and I could definitely give you some tactics as to how to find an artist, how to find one that you can afford, and how to pull all that together. In a way. I'm always learning things. Every single day I'm learning new things that are helping
right now.
me,
Okay, so maybe this is another question. Here's another question. Like, so let's say Dragon Face. How did you approach it? Did you approach it like did you have a full script?
I always start with the full script. So now I'm learning a little bit more where I don't have to have the full script, but with Dragon Face and Kimmy Cosmic, I wrote 7 issues. So that's I don't know, almost 200, almost 200 pages.
You already had a lot of the dialogue, the back and forth already.
I mean, more than the dialogue, the panel descriptions, the character descriptions, the outline, basically everything was completely written before I approached an artist.
Wow.
But that's also because I was just doing nothing but writing now.
That's heavy. I know some people are just like, okay, here's the outline. The character is going to come into here and meet up with the other sub characters, and then they're all going to get ready to go on the journey.
Well, you have to give direction to your artist. Your artist needs to know what they're going to draw. So you have to have every single panel already put together sequentially as you hand the script off. So in any type of script, whether you do a television script, comic book script, film script, there's the artistic direction in the comic book, or in a screenplay, it would just be the direction, and then you have the dialogue. So the reader only gets the dialogue. All that other stuff is for the artist to know what they're going to draw, or in the case of a film or screenplay, it's for the director and the film people to shoot. So you open the scene with a man and a woman staring at each other in the kitchen over a birthday cake. All that description, right, is for the artist. And then she says, why did you forget my birthday was not today, or something? That's the dialogue, right? And that's only what the reader sees. So yeah, I mean, I can easily give you a crash course on all that, like how that works and everything. But as you stated before, where does it start? It does start with an idea. Kimmy Cosmic started with me seeing a picture of a little black girl sitting on an asteroid. That sparked the idea. That's where it all started from. And then I just built on that idea more and more and more. You start with your notepads every time, you have engaged in some of the devil's lettuce. You get some ideas flowing. You just start sketching ideas. And I have in my phone, I live off of Google Keep rather. Google Keep is a notepad. That is my friggin' life. All my raps, all of my notes, everything goes in that thing. And anytime I have an idea, I just write it down. Always write it down. I'm always writing my ideas that I'll never use, ideas that I'll come back to later, whatever. And once you write down enough ideas, it suddenly starts to look like something.
Right.
It's like, wait a minute, this is starting to feel like a story. Then you get to the outline phase, and I am an insane outliner, because to me, you want to make all the changes in the outline phase. So I stay there as long as I can.
You mean a little outline, like step 1, A, B, C, step 2?
It starts big and it gets small. So it starts with act 1, act 2, act 3. Then within act 1, it'll be, chapter 1, whatever. Then within chapter 1, it'll be scene 1. You keep getting smaller and smaller and smaller until it's actually step by step. And then I can move everything around. In Google Keep, I can drag something that's down here, up here, and I can move everything around right there. I rearrange the scenes. I get everything out. Things that I don't like, I take out. Things that need to be added, I add it. And I keep going. Now, where I'm at now, I realize you should only get your script to 80% when you hand it off to an artist. You get the script to 80%, you hand it off to the artist, they draw what you have written. And then once you get the artwork back, it then influences the script. And then you take it to 90, 95. Because I feel
like I'm close to 80. I feel like I'm at a good 60-ish. I know how I want to finish this one storyline that's a bigger thing, whatever, but interesting.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't want to take all the time about it because I can talk about this forever.
Well, okay, we'll part 1. We'll come back to part 2 with Q and P discuss comic book design, creation, and everything else.
But really, before we break off the topic, make sure you know how long you want your story to be. That's extremely important.
You mean page-wise?
Yes, because knowing the amount of real estate you have is dramatically important for writing your story. Because if you are trying to do something that's longer than 20, know that 22 pages, 23 pages, that's the length of a normal American comic book. Okay. So if you want to do a single issue story, you could do that, or you could make it a little bit longer than that. That's perfectly fine. But just know your page count that you're going for. Even if you don't hit it perfectly, just know it before you finish story, because you might have more story than the page count, or you might have less story.
Honestly,
that's very important.
Shooting for about 3 to 4 issue full story.
Okay, so 3 to 4 issue arc, that's a perfect amount. Kemi Cosmic, that's 5 issues. Okay. And Dragon Face is also five issues, but the last issue was longer. Man. But 3 to 6 issues is a perfect amount of time. That's roughly the length of a 90 to 2.5 hour movie. That's the way you want to think about it.
Interesting.
So that's the way I approached it. I was like, all right, I want to do a good 2 hour 15 movie. That's about 5 issues of a comic book. That's about the same amount of story. So, if you want to do like a more episode of a TV show, which is about an hour, then you do 3 to 4 issues, which is more affordable for you, and you still can do an impactful story in that time frame.
For sure. I like this, fellas. We're gonna have to have this as a regular part right here.
Comic book time. Comic book talk with P and Q.
Come on.
So,
and the rest of the crew, we're gonna have a 3 Piece Later comic. I mean, honestly, half of the episodes, that's easy. All you have to do is just take our conversations and flesh them out. And
like last week's.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we got to do that again before we close out tonight. We got to find something that we're gonna.
Oh, perfect segue.
On. So wait, hold on. Wait, hold on, Q.
You can't start with number 1. You got to start with number 10.
Hold on, Q. Wait. Cheeky. Do we have any music in this music show this week?
I think Q has a beat. Yeah, I don't know if anyone else has a beat.
Okay, Q, rock the beat. Rock the beat first.
Rock it. Beat?
Yeah. Rock the beat first. I'll play what I started before the snow came.
I thought I saw you.
It better not be with Fruity Loops.
No, I wasn't making no beat.
He said it better not be Fruity Loops. Yeah, so the challenge was audio book. And since you guys are in a blizzard and you have your notes, y'all can submit your homework whenever. Y'all hear that?
Yeah.
That's why they did what they did that night. Everything was cool until we started smoking a blunt. They started scrapping in the club. At that point, they took it outside. Put the fuck. I said, put the fucking weed out. What? Is he talking to me? Must be. They started scrapping in the club. The security guard got pissed and tried to toss us out. What you say? What you say? What? Is he talking to me? What you say? What you say? What you say? What? What you say? What? Is he talking to me? What you say? What you say? What? Is he talking to me? Outside the club, the guard engaged in a round of fisticuffs with grits. The security guard made short work of grits. He sent Marky flying to the ground. Next, he said his sights on me. Boxing this thing kicked in. Watching him make short work of his first two opponents scared. I saw no flaws in his technique. What you say? What you say? What? Is he talking to me? What you say? What you say? What you say? What? What you say? What? Is he talking to me? What you say? What you say? What? Is he talking to me? Must be.
Yo, what? Yo, hold on. I should not like that as much as I like that, and that bothers me.
Huh?
I should not like that as much as I like that, and it bothers me because now, wait, two things are gonna happen in my brain.
What you say?
I'm never gonna forget
say?
that hook, and I'm now not ever gonna forget that I don't know what book that is, and I need to read it because I need to know the whole story. Like those pieces you put together are very interesting.
Oh, all right.
That's actually quite genius. I don't have nothing to show. Once you did that, I ain't.
That is from. Damn, I was trying to pull it up on YouTube. And you don't see everything.
It sounds like Jada Kiss in certain parts. Like I'm like, yo, this.
Hold up.
It was laid back and chill too. Q, usually I don't hear you doing a lot of like.
Right.
Yeah, I'm trying to chill. I've been hearing my productions lately. I'm like, man, what's going on with you, dog? Relax. Relax, dog. Can't nobody.
Yo, Q name is DJ Calypso.
Can't nobody vibe to that beat, man. That beat is crazy right there. All right,
Somebody could vibe to it. But it's just that one, it lets you slow down and hear everything. Oh, shit.
Right there. You see that?
That was 50 reading that?
Nah.
Oh, read by J.D. Williams. Okay.
I was resting in my room. It was early in the morning when the door buzzed.
When was this?
He had won a couple of $1,000, and then I stole his luck.
This is crazy. This whole book.
I took him for a couple $1,000.
You know what I mean?
My best bet was to join it.
Shout out to JD, aka Bodie from The Wire.
All right, wait, listen. You know you can't play too much of this. Like,
I happened to the part about getting rid of the other guy for the good of the world.
That's it. That's all y'all get. That that story is crazy. 50's crazy. You know, it's just basically talking about a lot of his days back in Queens. So that's kind of the idea that I had. You can find any book and just chop certain parts of the dialogue to make it a story. You know what I'm saying? What a beat. I would love to hear you guys try that later. You know, but the hell with all that. That's not what they came here for. Violence. We chose violence. Top 25 worst albums
hey, hold on.
of the year.
I got a piece of the beat.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
I'm waiting for it to load up.
Dude, that beat was dope. I really like the laid back vibe for that too. Very.
What you say?
Those chords. Was it harpsichord? Or
I had a couple little joints going on in there, and then I bounced everything and recorded it. I'm trying to be thoughtful these days. You know,
nice.
But using all the audio. What is it? What is that new program? I can't even remember all these new damn plugins I got. The Arturia Analog Lab was low.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Oh,
Loaded.
that one is Arteria is nice.
Loaded. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I stepping y'all VST game up right about now, man. Cheeky
Trying
went and
to.
got what's the drink?
Yeah.
Pigments is by Arteria also. That's another Arteria one.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like it, Q?
I do. It's a little heavy, but you know, it's worth it. I'll normally go in, find a keyboard. They've got all these damn synths in here, bro. It is sick, dude. It is, you know, you get lost in there, you know. But it's cool, man. I'm turning into a Mike Dean kind of guy. Like, all I want to do is, you know, find the grooves and make it myself. I'm like, damn, a sample, bro. Like, let me play some joints. I'll be studying my little music theory, little keyboard keys, and you know what I mean? Like, all right, how to play some complex chord I'm never going to remember again, and just get the fingering down enough to record it, and I'm out. You know? It's working.
And that's what that chord prism thing is good for too.
Yeah, that chord jam.
Once you chord jam, once you find the like the perfect sounds, it's like just real easily, like the same way you would write down notes or whatever, use Google Keep or whatever, just this idea, just like spew them out there.
Yeah. I'm trying to find this damn list. I don't see it anymore. Like,
E disappeared. RQ, start us off.
I'm trying to find it, dog. Hold on.
Start us off with that list. The worst albums of 2022.
I don't even want to say take guesses, but take guesses on something that's on the list. You'd be like, oh, I know there's some stuff that's on it. There's a couple that's right in front of your face.
I think, you know, this is my own personal feeling, but I think that Drake and 21 Savage album could go on there.
I didn't even listen to that, man. I can't. I think 21 Savage is like
the worst rapper.
The worst.
He's horrible
rapper in history.
I don't understand. I can't understand why people.
I don't get it.
Rock with it. I don't.
He has like a cult following. Yeah. Every time he raps, I think like they're making like it's a joke, like a prank, like I'm like being pranked.
Okay, hold on. This is like when we were at the bar when you was out here, Cheeky, in that game. So we're gonna keep points on this.
Okay.
P said
Drake and 21.
All right. So whatever position they get, you get the opposite in points. So if it's number one, nobody can get number one because we already know the answer to number one. So that's the
honestly, I haven't listened to a lot of albums this year, like full albums. So I don't even know what's good or bad.
And I can't say any names because that's gonna taint the pool. Like think of who dropped the album, who dropped albums this year, or just big names. I can't even think how to give you guys guesses.
I know. I guess I could look at the top 100 albums.
Is it worst albums or hip hop albums?
Well, this is worst albums. I can narrow down it. Can I narrow down?
No.
What about that dude that everyone makes fun of all the time? Man, white rapper dude.
Jack Harlow?
Yeah. People tore him up pretty hard.
You know what?
Like really bad.
He's like, I feel like he can rap. I just don't think he stands out.
Like that track First Class, like every time I hear that, I'm like, I don't even know. I just like, it's kind of cringy. It's like super cringy to me. And just like the Fergie sample, I'm like, ugh. It's an instant skip. Skip.
It's like it's a hard skip for me. E, if you can hear us, you want to chime in on this? You want to get in on this? Cause
I think he's gone.
Did you find a list? Did you find a list?
He bounced.
I did.
Okay.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna run it.
Do it.
You guys see it real quick. We're gonna start it from the bottom. Now we're here. 25 worst albums of 2022 as by albumoftheyear.org. Shouts out to y'all, our unofficial sponsor today. 25, Mabel, About Last Night, Dance Pop, Don't Know. 24, P, hit it on the head with that Drake 21 Savage combo, Her Loss. Not really her loss, according to this critic score. He wasn't feeling it.
But wait a minute, who So is this just what are these numbers and these ratings coming from? Like just this website just determines them, or are they?
Yeah, they do pull a lot of reviews from Rolling Stone, you know, all the normal.
So it aggregates
blogs.
actual reviews and to create these scores.
I believe that's what it's doing.
Oh, okay.
I ain't gonna jump.
I'm just
I ain't gonna hold them too tough, but
I don't even know who Mabel is, but keep going.
yeah, exactly. UK hip hop artist, Itich. I don't know. I'm not knowing.
I don't know.
I will say one of my artists of the year is was it Little Sims? Is that how you say
Oh
it?
yeah, yo, she dropped another dope album. And yo, let's see. Okay, we got to talk about the best albums in a second.
I've been doing okay. Let's roll through this real quick and get out of this. Luminaries, Brightside.
Because I'm not recognizing none of these artists.
Yeah.
Nope.
Now this one is, you know, we could talk about that a little later.
Huh.
That's interesting.
This is the one where didn't what's his name? The Kato have a track on that album. I think he produced
possibly
one of those tracks, like their single or whatever. But keep going.
Possibly. Michelle Branch. That's an interesting one.
Oh wow, Big Crit. That hurts. I love Big Crit. I haven't heard that album though.
I haven't either. That's an interesting one. I highly recommend Swamp Dogg. I Need a Job so I can buy more auto-tune. I think it is one of the greatest self-release projects out this year. You know, they just don't understand. People need to learn to laugh at themselves a little bit. Check that one out.
Okay, Swamp Dogg.
You know, Calvin Harris.
No, I got
picking Gunna while he's down.
I'm sorry, I have to say, Calvin Harris, Funk Wave Bounces, Volume 1 is amazing. I didn't listen to all of Volume 2.
Yeah,
it's just real? Like it's just straight up like, all right, we're at the beach and we're just grooving. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing. It's just
sometimes.
And I don't like all of his other music, but this, like the Funk Wave Bounces Volume 1 was just like straightforward. Like, hey, I'm about to play a bunch of funky music, and I got a bunch of features. And this, I heard only like 2 of these tracks off of this album, so my feelings are hurt. But keep going.
I'm gonna have to check for this one. Shout out to 2 Chainz. I'm a big 2 Chainz fan. Everybody know it. You know, dope don't sell itself. I fucking I relate with Chainz a little bit. I relate, dog.
I like 2 Chainz. I'm surprised
with that one too. I haven't heard that album though. There's just a lot of stuff. Like I didn't even know half these albums came out. All right, let's just keep this moving so we can get to some of our discussions on what we do like.
Wow.
Post Malone, who I thought you was gonna say earlier. I didn't know if I tainted your vote, Cheeky. Swedish House Mafia is kind of surprising. I like them.
Don't know this dude.
I can't really say anything about Machine Gun Kelly because I feel like if I'm talking trash about him, I'm just like jumping on a wave of hating on something I've never allowed myself to listen to. But I just don't think I'm a rock with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I should check it out, but I never have. Like, well.
Oh, there's the one I called.
I'm on the fence with Jack Harlow as well. I am. That shit works well in clubs. I get it. Club DJ side of me understands, but I get it. I didn't know this album existed.
Yeah, I was just about to say. Hold on. The higher on this list, the worse the album is. Right? That's how it works. Because the scores are going lower and lower.
Right.
Okay.
Is this a real album?
Oh,
that was right in front of everybody's face.
I didn't hear
nobody
this.
heard it. Right. I don't know.
That's crazy. They put
wait.
Album.
Is that really what's that album? The Johnny Depp one? Who is that?
Jeff Beck and Johnny Depp got an album called 18, and they only got 47 out of 100 of the critical score on this website. They don't.
Johnny Depp has an album, and we didn't stop there and talk about it
during the trial because I want to get to the stuff that we like. We got one more week. All right,
we talking about reviews. We could go and find out about the Johnny Depp album and read those comments.
Let me just cut to the chase and then we can come back. Number 1 album, DJ Khaled, God did worst album of 2022. And that's them, not me saying that. That's them saying that. I actually rock with 2 or 3. But when that album dropped, I never saw so many hateful comments about Khaled in my life. I was like, wow. wow, like they really don't like this album. Like,
But you know that for that first day before people
I
actually
did not
listen to
see
it,
a single positive comment about this album online. I gotta tell you, I think
no,
I
I
might
saw
have
a
put a
lot.
few of
I
them
saw a
out.
lot of positive ones, but there was like the day it came out before people actually listen. You know how people love to be the first one with an album. Oh, you hear that new Khaled? You ain't even listened yet. And then
I
later on,
know.
everybody just get real quiet.
I
They say,
mean,
"Oh, that was the best whole verse ever," and
I was
nothing
about
else
to say
about the
people
rest of the
people were
album.
hype about the whole verse is
Like
what
it
I
was
heard.
to me, I
Yeah.
wasn't impressed by the whole verse. I'm like,
Yeah, it wasn't even like
why you got a 3-minute
regards
verse?
in regards to Hove. People were
It's
acting like
nothing
this is
you've
the
not
best thing
said
he's ever.
before.
I'm like,
It felt like he stitched together like an old notebook and grabbed like a verse from every page and just went through the whole notebook. Like, dude, we heard all that before. You said all
right.
these things exactly the
Let's-
way you said them in this song before.
Let's shift gears real quick so we can end on a good note and all
My
that.
bad.
I don't know.
Best
I would
albums.
no. Do you? Because honestly, like I said, I'm always 50-50
Oh, wait.
on it. I got a few different.
Oh, special guest coming through.
Snapples.
And we're to talk.
Oh.
We'll get Finger's impression on the top albums of the
Nope,
year.
you gotta have your background, man. You gotta
Yeah,
have your
man.
background, man.
You know what? I was gonna say too earlier. My
You
idea.
we see the fresh cut. We see
my
the fresh
idea.
cut, but you gotta have your background.
Yo,
I can
real
only
quick.
come on when I got the fresh cut. Where's my
Snap.
background?
That's why he late. He went to get the cut.
Look, I was gonna say we should open up. We should have an open call one day. Be like, hey, everybody that's been on the show, come through. How many people can you have on at one time? That's the
40.
Mm.
No, actually 100.
Damn.
Oh shit! Wow.
We got
welcome
to
to Fingers
Marcus,
to the show.
what's good,
Yes.
man?
What's good, man?
Man,
Wait, hold on,
Stop.
stop
I don't even know what my
scrolling,
background is. Send me another background.
No, you good, man. You don't got. You don't got.
You
It's
got
somewhere
me.
on here. That thing lost on the computer. Nah, but I had to tap in the end of the year. I know it's like this is the last one of the year, right?
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Like,
Yes,
I had to
sir.
tap
Is it
in.
officially? Yeah.
Next week
huh?
is the second.
Wow.
Yeah, 'cause I was like, I don't even know. I thought you guys might have been done by now, but I was like, hit up Cheeky.
You normally
Like,
would
what's the
have.
link? If y'all still live, y'all going extra overtime.
Yeah, we just
That
kicked it
kind of
tonight.
shit.
I think everybody's elevated.
The fellas are snowed in, man. Everybody's
Who?
elevated.
Where the snow? Ain't no snow out here. Where the snow at?
No, we stuck in
Out in
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Oh, okay.
So much snow, man.
Yo, wait, did y'all hear about the looting though?
Yeah, I heard a little bit about it. Family Dollar. Family Dollar
Listen,
got
they
hit
hit every Family Dollar.
Oh,
Really?
Family Dollar.
They hit every family. They hit a bank.
Oh no.
Oh
Yo,
man.
they hit a.
Why are you laughing? No.
Yeah,
It's
man.
not funny, but it's funny because we had a blizzard up here, and it was like one of the worst blizzards in history of the city.
Oh
of Buffalo.
no.
And so people were like, "This isn't funny at all." But people were like stuck, couldn't get anywhere. Like people trapped in cars, and like people putting out the locations, like, "Yo, you know what I'm saying? Come help, come help, come help." And like on Saturday, everybody was just like doing the most like neighborly stuff, like helping people and people getting rescued, and you know, just you hearing Good Samaritan stuff, and then you wake up and it's like, yo, you hear a news article that somebody
People
stole an
hating.
ambulance. Somebody stole an ambulance.
Why
Somebody's
is it always
in
an ambulance? Why is it
somebody's
always
in McDonald's making
actually, I
food
know
because
why.
like
No.
somebody's in McDonald's making food. They went in
Right.
the bank, but the bank was closed. You couldn't get no money, so like they went in the
You
bank.
cracking up.
It's just they went in all the stores, every single Family Dollar got hit, and it's not funny that they did it. It's funny that you did it on the piggyback of this kind of situation. Like people are really distraught, and it's like that's funny to me that y'all would think that it's the time to go do it.
Hey
Like,
man,
that's-
grocery
And
stores
of all
are closed, man.
Yeah,
There's no
grocery stores are closed.
open, so people need milk. People
Yeah.
need water. I
It's
mean,
getting crazy.
Nah, people
yeah.
was getting
Yeah.
TVs. People was
At a
not
Family
looting for
Dollar?
that
What
Yo,
TV they-
listen, no, not
TV
there.
they
It
got?
was it was people pushing TVs down the street. They went to errands. They got TVs. They got like, yo, dude, they looted.
I mean,
looted.
obviously, people are gonna take advantage, even in a situation where it's like, all right, like you know,
Mhm.
You know what bothers me about riots though? I just realized this just now. If you go back over time, every news report about a riot, there's someone with a fucking TV. You can go back as far as you can possibly imagine,
like
and
somebody's
there's
gonna
someone
get
with a
that
damn
was-
TV.
There's always-
on
There's
TV.
always- that's number one.
It's always a
That
TV.
is number one.
all right.
All right. Wait.
I'ma segue
Best
back.
albums
I'm gonna
of
segue back.
2022.
P, where'd you go? Because people were like, yo, hold on. I wanna talk
You
about
mentioned
that.
this album.
Yeah, so I was trying to say to you before we start talking about other stuff. If you scroll back up on this list,
What?
Conway joint.
This list is pretty freaking accurate.
Yeah.
Because I was about to tell you what my favorite albums are of this year, and I'm seeing a bunch of them on this list.
Right.
We were talking about Little Sims. This album she just dropped, and she just snuck this one in. And there's another album that got snuck in this year that I'm surprised is not on this list. But her album last year might have been my hip hop album of the year. She had an album last year called Introvert, which is really good. This one is also very, very, very good. It's very hip hop. She uses a lot of instruments like orchestral accompaniments and stuff like that. She's great. Obviously, number one was Kendrick. You know,
sure.
we already saw that was gonna happen.
You know, the one thing I'll say, everybody had the critique of Kendrick, like, oh, it's not a repeat listen album, and maybe not early on. It wasn't. I'm finding myself returning to that album a lot.
Me too. It was an album that was very heavy, and I was going through a lot when it came out, so I couldn't really listen to it that much because it was a little bit too dense and a little bit too layered.
It almost felt too personal.
Yes, I agree with you, but I'm also going back to it a lot now and listening to a lot of songs that came off of it. Let's scroll down a little bit. Denzel Curry. Oh wait, shout out Conway, of course. Conway, Buffalo, you already know.
Stressed is one of my favorite songs of the year.
So let me tell you something. I saw Conway and Griselda in New York in May or whatever. Conway did Stressed. He's on stage, he's rapping Stressed. He starts crying while he's rapping it, right? Wiping tears from his face. I look to my right and there's this girl next to me and she's like crying. Yo, I started tearing up, dude. Like I was like, yo.
I'm gonna tell you, I saw him out here in LA. Same. I have a clip on one of my pages. Like Conway brings an energy that I don't see a lot.
Yeah.
He brings an energy to thugs that I do not see a lot. Like,
I think Griselda in general, like all of them.
They do, but Conway has a certain frequency that he taps in. Like he'll do this thing, he just raises his arms. Bro, the heat temperature went up in the room. I'm in the rafters and I felt the
like it's just like it's one thing to be hot, it's another thing to be connected. And I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody's hot. Everybody's really hot. But like Conway is so connected. And I feel like it's multiple obvious reasons, but it's a couple more not so obvious reasons.
They all connect in different levels, but
they all do. But I think with Conway, it's like the story and seeing like you could literally like it's the way 50 Cent kind of related to people or connected with people. Like it was this imperfection that made him instantly relatable. You know what I'm saying? Like this situation he wears that he went through, that he overcame. Like everybody got a story like that. So you instantly, you know what I'm saying? You gravitate towards the person who's been through something that you can see.
Stress shows an amazing penship. Stress just puts it all right there. Like,
it's that I love the way he connects with his audience, man.
Denzel Curry, this album came out like early, like January, February, and it was an early entry on my album of the year. The song on there, Walking, is so dope. You need to pull that song up and play it.
Yes.
It is such a dope joint. The Black Thought and Danger Mouse.
Nothing to say about that.
This
That's
is
amazing.
at the top of my hip hop list. It's a masterclass album to me. I think like it's like Black Thought just goes off the whole album.
Is it me or has he been getting hotter?
Dude, it's crazy. He's fine. He's like a fine
like he's going back in time.
I'm gonna
he's been locked up.
Lakali 47 had an album.
That album is crazy. That album
I missed it.
There's so much music coming out. You can't keep
Tennessee.
up.
Exactly.
Can't keep up.
I didn't know. Okay, so I gotta be honest with you. The Absol right now is my favorite album of the year.
Listen, man, Get Better is my joint, bro. Or Do Better is my joint.
King's Disease, the Nas, yes.
Can we talk about the Nas King Disease? Yeah, but can we talk about Billy Woods? Can we talk about this Billy Woods stuff?
I haven't listened to it.
Are y'all up on Billy Woods?
No.
Yeah. Yo, my engineer, shout out my engineer, Willie Green. He records a lot of Billy Woods stuff. Shout out Elucid and the whole Arm & Hammer, what they're doing.
I'm gonna tell you straight.
You know, he was a leader. Billy was a pioneer of that whole shit.
Yeah. That has me going back on and re-listening to that whole wave. And this album is incredible, but the Church album is probably that is probably my favorite album of the year. That's probably the album I listened to the most this year. And that had me going backwards. When I got it, they were like, yo, this isn't even the one. The one is Ethiops.
Yo, everybody except for Cheeky, man. Number 14. What is this? What is that cover from? If y'all, let me see if y'all know. Number 14. What's that cover from?
I don't know what it's from.
I know Cheeky know.
But that album is great.
That album is fire.
Cheeky, you know where that's from, right?
No.
That's the Warriors when they went to the first meetup at the beginning of the movie. They thought they shot Cyrus. That's Coach Eves in the middle right there when they shot Cyrus. And everybody
that is him with his hands up, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
That's at Coney Island when they first met up to do the gang meetup.
That's a dope album.
Shout out Jid. Jid is a rapper who coming up under J. Cole. I didn't expect much from him, and he just keeps growing and growing and growing. And that album was also on my list. Also, the Pusha.
I love the album. I never heard it, and I want to hear it now.
Pusha T. I forgot. So when you look at these lists, these end of year, like best movies, best. There's so much that comes out. Like I forgot Pusha T came out this year, but I listened to it. But it's like, man, there's so much.
And that album is hard.
Yeah, him. Was it only Pharrell? I think Pharrell and Kanye actually teamed up on the track on there.
But it was both of them on the whole album, just Pharrell and Kanye.
Oh, he just left Kanye, so
that's a whole nother conversation right there, man.
Some of these albums I don't know though. I don't know.
Mother Jazz Coach. She works with the Billy Woods and Backwoods Studios as well. That's an amazing album.
I don't know, 16 or 17. I don't know.
17.
Something great. Oh my God.
Are these hip hop albums?
Yes.
This is just all hip hop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sample.
The Earl Sweatshirt is really dope too.
Yeah, I say you're not getting number 20 without seeing Beyonce on
that's Shiki's favorite album.
Wait, exactly. Can I just say
what's
something?
going on here?
He's like, what's going on with this list, player?
Can I just say something about number 19?
Go back.
Just one little thing about number 19.
Here you go.
Never mind. I'm sorry. Keep going.
Do it. Get it off.
That was top of the year. That was.
This feels like a MF kind of response.
I saw him live, and all I had to say is I was left like I felt like the oldest person in the whole stadium.
You didn't get it?
He's not really that type of
There was no energy. Yo, honestly, if they just put me up on stage and like, here's a microphone, here's like some shitty sweater. All right. And go and perform. And then I wandered Mirandus, like just was like, all right, now I'm on the right side of the stage. All right, now I'm on the left side of the stage. There was no energy. The crowd was like with it, but I was like, what is this? Man?
I'll give you that,
but he's headphone. He's headphone music.
Yeah. What made you go to the? Was it a festival you were at? What made you go see him?
Yo,
it was.
The finger said, let me find out.
Was Tyler Creator there? And you was like, okay, I'm gonna.
It was Action Bronson. It was Action Bronson, and it was.
Hey, I heard that name in a minute.
Derringer was his DJ, right? So Derringer's from Buffalo. We got like kind of a Buffalo connection there. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go see Action Bronson. I never saw him live. Actually, I saw him live a long time ago. But Earl Sweatshirt opened up, and all these other people opened up, and I was like, this is the wackest performance I've seen.
Okay, but you didn't say I want to go see Earl Sweatshirt. You just happened to be on the bill.
I just happened to be like,
because I don't think I've ever heard anyone say I'm going to go see.
I feel like the fingers was taking a big shot, and if you would have said yes, he would have just.
I said it.
I would have been like,
I love Earl.
You would have been the first person. Yeah.
Have you seen him live though? Who have you seen?
He's not. I mean, it's not that type. Honestly, if you're not really into him, I could see you not.
I get it. But
look,
Pete, in the same sentence that you're like, oh, it's really not live performance music. It's like, huh?
It's like headphone music. It's like
I saw Alchemist bring Earl out, and when he did, the place went nuts because it fit. It fit. You know. I'm sorry. I'm just going through this.
I missed the last few.
Wait, yeah. Where we at in the list?
Sorry.
So we got.
Keep going.
What was after Earl Sweatshirt?
That's it.
I don't know what that is.
No.
I need to check it.
Vince Staples. I didn't really listen to that Vince Staples album.
I like his music, but I ain't into it. Was that rap? I guess it was rapping on there, right? Not just beats.
I don't know. I didn't listen to that album.
Let's see.
I never listened to it.
Number 22 is Kenny Beats, right?
Instrumental hip hop.
That's all beats.
I think it's all beats.
Shout out to Kenny Beats.
Making the top 25. Just beats.
Yeah. Look at that. There's
Zigga
hope.
D,
I don't know.
J-Hope,
I don't know.
Saba.
I don't know Saba. It's so many. So of the top 25, how many albums did you all listen to?
That's where probably.
For me, I probably got.
Oh, this one.
I definitely got less than 5 on the top 25.
Hey,
honestly.
let's start keeping score.
I got my.
I was
right
about.
now.
I was at about 20. I've been listening to a lot of music this year, though.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I haven't heard
Open
this
mic. Shout out
We
Open
heard
mic.
yet, though. This one I have not heard yet.
Oh, the Freddie Gibbs. Yep,
Freddie
I heard
Gibbs.
that.
I don't know how you say. I don't know how you say that. I probably won't listen to that one.
He's like, that's a no. That's a no on my house.
Is it wrong that the only one off this? Yep. Is 2 on this album?
There we go. Of course.
No, I haven't heard this.
I heard that the Robert Glasper. Yep, that one's good too.
I've heard pieces of the Robert Glasper.
Yo, Fife Dog has one, number 41.
Yeah,
Fife
he does. He does.
Stormzy.
Did not know that.
Not listen to the Megan. This? I didn't listen to Megan. Would love to get a track on her though.
Shout out Quelle, Chris, big homie.
Is Lizzo hip? Okay.
Yeah. We'll let it stand. Yeah. We'll let it stand. It's close enough. It's
love
close
to get,
enough to be.
Would love to get some music with her, but she's pop. She is straight pop.
Right. Korean Oddity. I haven't heard that yet. Korean Oddity's dope. Joey Badass album was amazing.
I haven't listened to Joey or Lotto.
I need to check that Lotto.
Lotto's glow up is just insane. They go Action Bronson.
Who said they hadn't heard Action Bronson? There he is.
Yo, the Lupe should have been way higher. That album was really fire.
Yeah, why is that so low in this chart?
I think he's been blackballed in the industry.
Millie, Rockhampton. I'm getting down the
that
list,
was recent.
fellas.
I didn't even know they had.
So I was barely counting. I think I have 4. I don't know about y'all.
On that last.
All right, here we go.
Yo,
the producer.
They must not have had the Absol when they made this list because
definitely
that Absol. The Absol's
either that or we ain't done with the list yet. They done threw them down.
I did hear some of that Cypress Hill Back in Black. There's a few tracks on there that are dope. Cypress Hill standard. I did hear some of that Little Dirt because they got like 3 versions of this album. It's kind of confusing.
Corday is underrated.
He's hella underrated.
Still underrated.
I have not.
He's one of the real
rappers. This is Black Star
DC, right? That's DC.
You're one of the few people that I know that's heard it. I haven't heard it. I would like to.
I had to get it through the grapevine.
I had to get it.
Yeah.
Earth Gang is a great album.
Yeah, Earth Gang. Yep.
I did an open verse challenge for them.
Oh, did you?
It was
who's sharing
about the money?
Me.
You.
Quavo, RIP. Yeah, man.
I did peep that album. And that 504, and I'm at
that Future
7.
album made me. Yo, you know how Future looks on the cover of that album? That's how it looked when I was listening to it. When I listened to the album, I was like that.
Future going Future.
Shit put me to sleep, yo.
I did listen to
21.
I did.
21.
They is running off with that meme. They is going crazy with that meme.
Yo,
21.
Are there any real like not Future fans, but
Chains.
at least people aware of his music in here?
Post Malone, Jack Harlow, underrated.
Not anymore. I've been down with Future since Tony Montana.
So I was gonna say his best album ever was Pluto. And it don't get no shit. Pluto was an amazing album.
That's my best. That's the best one.
I would love to lock in with Future on the album. DJ Khaled.
All right, that's it, fellas.
God did.
Yo, Q, I just sent something to the chat. Hold on, Q, go back.
I don't know if I would put God did that far. Only for Jay-Z's verse. That 4-minute opus.
The thing is, you missed it.
We just
15 minutes
apart,
ago.
Man.
He was number 1 on the.
I thought that's why.
Yeah,
I thought that's why you came in.
the DJ Khaled.
Yeah,
I thought that's why you came in.
The same website.
He got
that
album would have been better if he took about 5 songs off of there.
Did you see last week's episode, Marcus?
Did I catch it? I usually catch them the replay.
Nah, you would have known if you caught what we talking about.
Yes, yeah. About it was. Were y'all talking about the plaque?
No, we were laughing about
the guitar.
That was.
Oh no. I saw the clip that you played of him playing the guitar. Yeah,
man.
They gave
the Bob Marley guitar.
They gave him the guitar.
I should have tuned in. Y'all should have made that the sample challenge to see who really got the
Yo,
got the sauce.
Seriously.
Hey, it's never too late. Make it happen.
Yo, listen, man.
The comments on that post was insane.
Yeah.
We gonna dissect one real quick for like 5 minutes.
What you
Who
got?
got
You
something?
said you said you something in the chat. I don't see anything.
I sent it in the 3BO joint. It was a link to I Still Love Her just posted like Q Questlove from 95 doing something. I ain't even watch it. I just sent it to you.
I could.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
You want to watch that?
I didn't know what it was. I just figured
Pull it up.
it was Ghost Move, but what y'all was already showing. But
shout out to Vanya.
Yo, she's back DJing again. I saw she had posted up that she's back DJing and she got a nice little crew with her.
Yo, we need to work on our invites for next year. You know
Yo, get her,
Q.
You
know what I'm saying?
Get
we
her.
Had a lot of guests. Yo, DeFingers is our first guest
you
in
know
a while,
her.
actually.
I don't know her like that, bro. Please.
Gotta get man. Everyone's in the DM
I'll
this
email
week.
it, but
This week, everyone's in the DM because they off work and they
right. Now is a good time to get everybody. So yeah, this the shout out. This the shout out section. We're gonna shout out everybody that we, end of the year shout out. Invite.
Make sure you start the conversation off with New Year, New Me. That way they read it.
Don't start it off with yo because they will not read the yo.
I'll put this out there though. Some people we might have to get a little budget for, which I'm not opposed to at all.
Like DeFingers, we gotta get the budget for DeFingers.
I'm not opposed to at
all.
Matter of fact,
that's a great producer name, The Budget.
Why don't you hit us with what we need to know at the end of the year, man? The man of mystery, as they call you. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. What's the DeFingers update?
Yeah, man.
Networking. Been focused on networking. Actually started doing a webinar on networking and getting people to doing it live and get people to show up and just share some gems and making connections with people. So the big thing is definitely trying to get to NAM next year. If I don't get to anything else, because I made some great connections out there this year. So NAM would be like the big, and it's in April. So like 3 months, however many months away that is.
Man, I'm here,
right around the corner.
Here. That was hours away from Anaheim, bro. I'm here.
Be there. If I make it out there, I'll let you know. So yeah, that's the big thing. That sync licensing and trailer music. That's all I've been focusing on this year. So
yeah, you I think I saw an update. You got accepted to some trailer music libraries recently, right?
Yeah. So part of my strategy this week has been reaching out to all these libraries I've been connected with, just be like, yo, Merry Christmas. I'm off this week, so working on a lot of music. If you get any briefs in, most of those libraries aren't getting any briefs this week. And I know that, but I put that out there just to be like, yo, I'm still here ready to work. So a lot of them were like, okay, we're going to hit you up. Like right when the new year hits, we're going to have a lot of stuff coming in. So just like a little cheat code. Nobody's
actually genius because they're able to read your email, you know what I'm saying? Or your message because they're not flooded right now.
Yeah. So, actually, I was surprised they responded because I'm like, nobody's checking emails, but I'm checking emails, more this week than any other time. So, I sent them like Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all that. Same with DMs, Happy Holidays, people you haven't talked to, hitting up, Sauce and people that are guests on this show. Just hit them up. Everyone has been a guest this year. Hit them up, say Happy Holidays. Thank you for being a guest. Keep us posted on what you're working on, or even if you want to bring them back as a guest for next year. And that's one way you can line up, even if it's the same guests, bring them back. So yeah, this week is really a great week for networking. I would say probably one of the best weeks of the year because people are like, they're off, they're in their DMs, they're hanging out with family, watching movies, checking their pings when they get them on the phone. And then
trying to get away from the family.
Get away from their family.
Before it's like, yo, I gotta get away from work. Now it's like, yo, if I watch Home Alone one more damn time.
And then just chilling, watching. We watched what was the Glass Onion, Knives Out.
Was that good?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I liked it. We watched it twice. We watched it twice.
Me too.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. She's just posted something about it. I didn't know.
She needs to win some type of award for her role in there.
Man. Did you see the first one?
Yes.
Yeah. Loved it.
Yeah. Both of them. Yeah.
So
I'm
really
like
enjoying
that.
Part of my trailer journey has been doing these neoclassical trailer albums or neoclassical stuff. And that's really great for the mystery stuff that's been coming out the last couple of years, the Death on the Nile series, the whole Knives Out series, these mystery, even the menu, the trailer for that was kind of neoclassical. So that sound is really, really big in that sort of mystery genre.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, everybody should, I don't know, what else? What other movie recommendations you guys got going on? Who's got the hottest movie?
Has anyone seen Avatar yet?
No, I have not.
I'll say this.
I got to be a 9 a.m. start for me for that one.
Right?
2 horror movies I saw that were really good. If y'all like horror, Barbarian.
Cosign, Barbarian.
It's on
Cosign.
HBO.
So good.
And then Smile, which is on Paramount Plus.
I'm just started that last night.
Yo, you want to know the wild thing about Smile? Do you know it's Kevin Bacon's daughter?
Yes.
I didn't know that. I didn't even realize it.
So don't ask me why we were watching a horror movie on Christmas, but it happened. And halfway through, I got to finish.
That's
the
the
rest
vibes this Christmas with the blizzard.
It's basically.
You know?
I wanted to watch Violent Night.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel like paying $20 for it.
I still want to watch Everything Everywhere at Once. I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, you haven't seen that one? Oh
no, I'm gonna try to knock that out.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone should definitely see Everything Everywhere all at once.
Yeah. I'm into the Foundation series right now, though. I'm loving that. You know,
I heard that's pretty good.
it's not bad. It's not bad. You know.
Did you watch Severance?
I have not watched Severance.
Severance is probably one of the best TV shows that came out this year. Definitely watch Severance. Do yourself a favor.
What is that on?
It's on Apple TV.
It's on Apple.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's such a great concept. Like if you like Black Mirror, you'll love Severance.
Oh, okay.
It's like a really good episode of Black Mirror stretched over into an entire show. Very well directed. Very well. Concept is
That's
crazy.
a good sell right there.
Yeah,
Black Mirror,
attention, right?
Man, you know everybody's saying we living in Black Mirror right now. There's been a Black Mirror season in 2-3 years.
Trust me, watch Severance. And then I thought I was the only one who liked it because no one talked about it. And then Rolling Stone, somebody released their top 10 TV shows of the year, and it was on there. And I was like, yes, I knew it because the season finale was so good. Like I stood up and like started clapping. I was like, what the hell did I just watch? This is amazing. The show was so good. Yeah.
I actually haven't watched. I've watched less TV shows over the last 2 years than anything. I watch a movie because it's like one and done.
Right.
But I don't watch as much TV shows, so that'll probably be the first one I tap into. Like, how many seasons is it? Is Severance?
There's only one season. One season. I think doable. It was eight episodes. Yeah, it just came out like earlier this year. So
to check that out. Severance.
Everybody watched Black Panther, right?
Yes,
I did not. I'm sorry.
All right, well, Cheeky,
you did not?
That's on you, man. I gave you 4 weeks. I gave him 4 weeks.
Wait, who else? Does everyone else see it?
Yeah, it's good. I like it. We had to.
I was ready to see it.
I'm really tired of defending the movie.
I was ready to see it, and then I turned on TV and realized I had to go to the theater.
Who had a problem with it?
I didn't have a problem with it.
I think that has a problem.
I think that it was a great movie.
Hey, I love you guys. I know what's about to happen.
No, I'm not. No, I'm
Happy
not.
New Year.
Listen, I'm not doing
Christmas.
that. Cheeky, I'm not doing
No, really.
Listen, I swear
you guys,
to God, I'm
when
not
you
doing
figure
that.
out what the sample challenge is, hit me up.
I'll leave it alone. Dang, Cheeky.
Because no, I mean, you could keep going.
No, what I was gonna say was not specific to the movie at all. It's nothing specific about the movie. I was gonna say it's a great movie, but it's a horrible Marvel movie. That's it.
There's
an amazing movie, but
there's
it's
a lot of worse
Marvel
movies.
movie.
There's a lot of worse movies than that.
Oh yeah, it's not the worst, but it's horrible as a Marvel movie. But that's all I was gonna say about it. I won't get the specifics away.
Okay.
I'm gonna change the subject.
I got a quick question for y'all real quick though.
Okay.
So are we gonna finish up with this challenge we got right here for next week, which is next year, or are we gonna do we're gonna do the type beat for next week? And if so, we gotta pick a type beat that we're gonna do.
I think we should let Marcus decide for us since we can't.
What was
nobody came with a beat from that last week, but I think.
But that's what I'm saying. Should we continue that to this week?
What
next week?
Was that challenge for last week?
Sample audio.
Was it the DJ Khaled challenge?
It was sample audio book.
Any book you want.
Any book you want. You have your audio book.
We all failed. Well, except
make that. Is it anywhere possible to make that performance sound good?
It could be.
Yeah, you got a micro sample.
I think so.
You got to use some sound design techniques.
I think so.
But you know what? So here's the thing.
Auto-tune. So why did nobody do the book? There was a problem. The holiday.
Yeah, no.
Holiday.
No, we
we're
up here in the
middle of this
blizzard.
blizzard. This blizzard shut us down.
Okay.
and then other excuses. But I will say this. So E had an idea that the whole month of January we should just do all type beats, and then we should rotate who the artist is. So every week in January, it's a different type beat, essentially. So we could throw a name in the hat and then pick a new name, and it's just you have to create type beats all month long. And then February we can come with the new theme. So he wanted to think about themes for the year, right? And we're kind of just building this on the fly. But
you should take it a step further.
Oh,
so you do the type beats, then you get at least 4 beats, and each week you should upload them to a Spotify, Apple as a type beat album. Like I got the Fingers beats for Usher, the Fingers beats for Rick Ross, and then you can market those albums to those artists and be like, look, we got 4 or 5 beats ready for you to roll. You can like tag the artist. If you go down that route, I would do something like that. Well, that's what I've been doing.
You're using Audius for that too? That's the main platform?
I haven't used Audius in a while. Now I use Hard Drive, HRDRV, which is a whole nother conversation, but they have a distribution platform now, which is really great, much better than everything else that's out there. But you can use whatever you want. But yeah, if every week you have a different challenge, let's say week 1 is, I don't know, whatever type beat challenge,
Khalid.
You said Khalid, DJ Khalid, guitar, SZA type beat challenge.
Okay.
Or whoever had the Kendrick Lamar type beat challenge, top album of the year. And then, maybe the end of that week or even the end of the month, you have 4 type beat albums ready to roll. It's like, okay, we're going to release these over the next few weeks. The first one will be the Kendrick Lamar type beat album. 3 Beats Later presents beats for Kendrick Lamar, whatever, beats for TDE. And then you can post those online and tag, TDE. I mean, he's not with TDE anymore, but, PG Lane, whoever you want to tag. But that's sort of what I've been doing over the last few years with those projects. And you can market them like that.
And that's a good idea.
If they're artists you really want to work with, like if you're just picking random artists just to challenge yourself, that's different.
Right. So P, what's an artist you want to really work with on the top 100 that we just looked at? It has to be on that top 100.
Wow.
I would say that the artists who made an album that feels closely to something that I would try to do, it might have been the Denzel Curry album. That one felt really much, that felt kind of like a P album. Or actually the Absol. The Absol Herbert, which is my favorite album of the year. That album is the one, and it wasn't on the list, but I think it was too new. I think because it just came out like last week. I think
that would have been my album of the year too if it wouldn't have came out last week. If it would have came out last month,
but the Lil Sims came out like a day before, and the Lil Sims.
Why is it not your album of the year? Because it came out last week. Like
only
your album of the
year. There have been a few albums I've really got into this year. Oh, another album I did not.
Oh, you had time to like re-listen and like, oh, this is the one. Okay.
Another album that I didn't mention was, not to cut you off. Boldy James and Nicholas Craven.
Oh, that one's good too. Yes.
Too much.
That one's great. Yes, I've been banging that as well.
Yeah,
thank you for shouting that one out.
Album, but the one with the
and the Alchemist is dropping the album too. Alchemist Sandwich. Album, which is good.
Yo,
and one week, 1 week can be a Mickey Facts week. He's a friend of the show.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I did an album. I did a project for him.
That's right.
So tap into the artist you already had on the show and be like, we made this for you too.
So next week, the Fingers type beats.
Man, I don't know. We all got so many different types. That's the other thing. When you say like Chris Brown type beat, like Chris Brown gets on a lot of different types. Drake type beat, they get on different type beats.
He was like Babyface type beat. I was like, what?
You down with that? You don't?
That's why I was gonna be saying the Fingers type beat. Like I can't. Come on, man. The Fingers. Can't nobody do what the Fingers do, man. Like
Stevie Wonder type beat. Like you gotta bring in the live,
the synths and the horns.
Live, you gotta bring in the live.
Get those non-diatonic chord changes. You know what? All right, so I think we're figuring it out. Here we go. January. How many weeks are in January? Let's look.
At least one.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4.
At least.
1, 2,
At
3,
least
4,
one.
5.
Hey, the way
We got 5
2022
Mondays.
is,
5
Ooh.
Mondays in January. So that
That's
means
right, because it's on the 2nd.
week 1 is Absol type beats. Week 2 is somebody. That was P. So come on, we got 5 more suggestions. Throw one in.
You know what mine is.
What is it?
Well, I
Teddy
won't say
Riley.
Babyface. I'll say Teddy Riley.
Okay.
Mm.
Absol, Teddy Riley, Q. What do you got?
I'm gonna stick to my album pick, Billy Woods type beat.
Oh.
That's gonna make you guys listen to both albums, understand. And when you listen to that Aethiop's album, you're gonna be like, "What the hell?" When you first listen to Aethiop's album, it's gonna mess your head up a little bit. Like, I suggest smoking a couple and then just putting on the headphones and just going with it. And when it's over, you understand.
All right, perfect.
Billy
The thing
Woods
is, you want to
type
throw
beat.
one in? Mickey Facts?
Being Mickey Facts. I'm in put you in R&B mode. SZA.
SZA. And then we'll round it up with Lucky Day. So Absol. Let's go from the top here. Absol. Who's next? Teddy Riley.
Yes, sir.
Followed by who? Billy
Vince.
Williams.
My boy,
Billy
Woods.
Billy D. Williams.
And then we said SZA, and then finally Lucky Day. That is the month of January. Look at us.
Lucky Day.
Lucky
Yeah.
Day. That's interesting.
That's
Not
that's
up on
that's
Lucky Day.
That's a lot of different styles.
That's
There
interesting.
we go. We switched it up. But all right.
Do
Any
them-
last
do them
words
all
for the
tomorrow.
year?
So wait, are you? I bet. So I'm with it. I'm with that. That's what we do.
Any last words for the year, y'all? We're about to
Damn,
wrap
the
it up.
year.
Wow.
Ooh. Yo, we closing up year 2.
I don't even know.
I feel
Yeah,
like it's been like
the first 3BL video. I'll tell you when it came out. You ready? The first 3BL video dropped in yeah, 2 years ago at least. It doesn't tell me a date. What the hell? But I think it's 2019 is when the 2020 is when the channel opened up. Yeah.
yo. Who's the first beat challenge? Who remembers what it was?
Was it Cambodian?
I feel like it was
Psychedelic?
Cambodian.
Music.
Because you had Sasuke, right?
Cambodian Sasuke was the name of my beat, but the challenge was Cambodian psychedelic Cambodian music or something.
Yo, listen, man. Working from home, making beats, trying to figure out how to record stuff. I made songs in my garage with no like acoustic like protection. It was just like garage. One joint I did, you could hear like the neighbors in the background. It was crazy.
He made a beat in his garage on GarageBand.
Right.
I was making all my beats in the garage at the time because I was working from home in the garage.
He was eating Fruity Loops, making it on FL Studio.
I'm actually that is an announcement I'm about to make though. I'm switching to FL Studios for the first 3 months next year.
Wow.
No, you're not.
Maybe not for this first challenge, but in January I'm switching to I have FL Studio. I've had it for over a year, and now I've never mastered it. So I want to dive into that because I used to make beats in there, and my beats were completely different.
Was a beast. He was a beast on FL Studio.
Like I feel like my beat quality, my beat style, conformed a lot when I had more open source platforms like Ableton and Reason. I feel like the confinement of FL Studio let me get out my idea a lot quicker, and it allowed my idea to grow legs a lot faster.
Wow. But then Khaled will just say that your beats are garbage.
They are garbage.
A real producer like him
It's
is going
called
to tell you.
Too easy.
Yeah.
It's called
Tell him to talk to me when he's not number 77 on the list of best albums.
Ooh. God did.
And that
I mean,
is how
you getting too
close a
arrogant.
show.
Like when you call an album that, dude, you gotta show up. You have to show your whole ass. You can't just you can't call an album God did. Like that's a statement, bro. Come on, man. That's like the King's disease being whack. Come on, man. That's just too much clout you yelling for right there.
How can
But
I
yeah.
be garbage?
You hear how they talking to you, fam? You hear they talking to you, fam?
What you got?
Fam. See how they talking to you, fam? They just over here.
Oh, I thought you
Wow.
had the special edition Bob Marley guitar joint.
Yeah, that ain't the guitar edition.
Wow, can you imagine?
The limited edition. That would be genius. That would be
Yeah.
so smart.
Yeah,
That would be smart.
the
I
Funko
know.
with the busted up Bob Marley.
The
I would
Funko
get it.
with Bob Marley with his hand on Khaled's shoulder.
Bob Marley with Bob Marley crying in the corner.
I'm like, God didn't do that.
God ain't do that.
That would be genius.
All right, so the last words.
That's all I got.
Don't
All I
take
got
anything
is
we
let's
say.
keep
Oh
We're
shoot.
just
let's keep-
smoking.
let's keep building. Everybody just keep doing what you're doing. Keep putting the gas pedal to the ground. Keep staying positive. Keep making jokes and keeping things fun. That's all I got here.
Yeah.
Keep making beats. Keep making at least 3 beats.
Keep making beats.
creating.
Later.
Even when you don't have time, go Bills.
If you need a stylist, hit up P.
If
If you need a score, if you need a score or a soundtrack theme, hit up the fingers. You know what I'm saying? If you need a mix to your track, you know what I'm saying, hit up Q. If you need some guitars, some you know what I'm saying, some vibes, you know, hit up
hit up
Cheeky.
Khaled.
And hit him up for whatever.
We all need engineers, so hit us all up. All engineers, hit us all up for real. For real.
So man, listen, Happy New Year, y'all.
Yes.
Happy New Year.
Happy
brother.
New Year. Happy
Happy New
holidays.
Year.
Yo, thanks for bringing the New Year with us. The fingers, you know what I'm saying? Like you were early, but we appreciate it.
Oh man, make sure y'all shovel that snow. So who got the snow right now? Who?
I'm about to
Man.
go.
Me and E.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's crazy out here.
I'll send y'all some Cali Rays.
I'll send you a photo. The
There you
fingers
go.
is nuts.
That's crazy.
All right, y'all. Peace,
Y'all be
man.
safe. Be safe.
Y'all
All right.
too.